Welcome back to It's Natural. It's Patty here. Today I'm going to show you how I make homemade apple cider vinegar in your own home. You will need apples, distilled or purified water, a jar, a cheesecloth or a napkin to cover your jar, a rubber band. Now sugar is optional and you just need 2 ounces of sugar per 8-ounce jar. Now things to do daily. During the 5 weeks, you need to make sure you stir the apples in the jar and make sure the apples are immersed in the water in the jar. So right now, I have the 5 weeks of apples in the jar, and I have it sealed with a napkin with a rubber band, and I'm using a strainer in a bowl. Now, to extract it, you need a bowl, strainer, or cheesecloth, and a wooden spoon. Now, you can use a cheesecloth instead of a strainer. I did not have a cheesecloth, so I used a strainer instead. And you would just replace the cheesecloth where the strainer is. And you would just put the cheesecloth over the bowl in place of the strainer if you have a cheesecloth. So I'm pouring everything out, and as you can see, the mother is at the very bottom. So I'm just trying to get it out. I don't want to disrupt the mother, so I'm just going to keep that in the jar. I'm not going to clean it out. I'm just going to go ahead and smash as best I can with the wooden spoon the apples. Now this probably would be easier with a cheesecloth because all you would have to do is squeeze the juices from the cheesecloth. It's very possible you'll be able to extract more than what I'm doing right now, but unfortunately I did not have a cheesecloth. Now, let's say you don't have a cheesecloth and you don't have a strainer. You can use pretty much anything. Like what I use for strainers, I use brand new nylon hose, knee-highs. I buy a package of knee-high hose and I would put it in there or cut them up. So anything that can strain, even fabric. Enough to where it can strain it. Now I'm going to show you how much I got. It didn't look like I got that much. So a 1/4 jar out of 8 ounces. So I used 2 cups for the 8-ounce mason jar, or 2 apples for the 8-ounce mason jar, and it only yield a 1/4. So this will do for me for what I'm going to be using it for. And right now I'm just smashing up the apples a little bit more. And I'm going to go ahead and get my potato masher and mash them up a little bit more. Now, like I said, it would probably be a lot easier with a cheesecloth or some type of cloth, so you can just basically squeeze it with your hands to get out as much as possible. Now you may ask, what am I going to be doing with this apple cider vinegar? I use it as a hair rinse or hair shampoo. I don't use shampoo in my hair. I just use apple cider vinegar or castile soap. The apple cider vinegar is so good for your hair. It makes it shine and also kills the bacteria on your scalp if you do have dandruff issues. And you can see right there, I'm smashing up as much as I can. we'll see how much I can get more out of the apples. I'm going to go ahead and get another bowl to put the squeezed apples in. It looks like I'm getting a little bit more juices out of it. Now here again, I'm going to use the masher. Now I got this strainer at an Asian market. It's very sturdy and it's very fine also. So let's see how much I got out of using the potato masher. Hopefully I got a little bit more out of doing it. Now, like I said, I may or may not have gotten more if I use the cheesecloth, but it's really up to you. Use whatever you have. You don't need to go out and buy. And like I said, you can even cut up a t-shirt and use a t-shirt to cover up your mason jar, and then use a t-shirt to pieces of the t-shirt to strain it. Alright, so I got a little bit left. So I'm going to just go ahead and pour it back in here into the jar. Now what I'm going to do is I want to strain the juice one more time. So I'm going to go ahead and take all of the apples out of the strainer. And I'm going to pour, just cleaning out that bowl. I'm going to go ahead and pour the juice. And I'm just shaking it up because I want to get all of the mother at the bottom. And there is some, a little bit more pulp, not that much. But alright, so I'm pouring it into the container. And as you can see, I got a little bit more, so almost, I wouldn't even say half of the 8 ounces. I would say it's more full of a 1/4 of the 8 ounces. And so I will store it into the refrigerator, and that is that. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. See you next time. Bye for now.